Okay, so here's a little video of how I clean the Ziggy. So people probably wonder, how do you clean all that mess up after a barbecue? So what I do, get the gas on, crank it right up, all the burners, and what I do is I get the grills nice and hot. I soak some paper towel in water. Already got some prepped up. I'll heat that up and I'll show you the way how I clean her up. Alright, so what we do here, this is quite messy marinade. So a lot of people probably use a brush. Brushes aren't really supposed to be good for your barbecue because it can get stuck in your grills and get stuck in your meat and you can spoil that and get quite sick. So the way I do this, you like marinate off and all the juice from the meat, and that's why the Ziggy is quite black down the bottom, and I do have to look into getting that cleaned. So all I do is keep wiping, wipe it the best I can. Yeah, a lot of people think, oh, that's really dirty looking, but it does work out in the end. But sometimes what I do when this gets a bit too rough, I get the scraper out as well. So not a wire brush, but I get the scraper out. So it's getting a bit tatty, that bit there. Put this in. Oh, sorry. Scraper, spatula, whatever you want to call it. Let's get a bit of scraper. Scrape it off. Clean. These kind of barbecues, you want to try and keep the grills as oiled as much as you can to preserve the condition of the coating on the grills or the flat plate. And you got the fat tray down the bottom, so that just takes everything in. So, wiping away. Get rid of all this crap. Watch the flame ups. And the good thing about cleaning this as well, for people who love the fire up the Ziggy, is it will involve a lot of flames after the clean from the paper towel. So some people go for the old school way, where they put salt on there as well, but I don't put salt on these. Just it leaves a bit of a funny residue on there. I mean, I always clean it before every cook, because I only use it like a couple times a week. Yeah, look at all that. That is just marinade and meat juice. Keep wiping. And people will say, oh, don't use water and oil. Don't use that together. If you're sensible about the way you clean it, you will not burn yourself. And I don't use oil. I use spray on oil, as you always see in the videos. And that always works out best than using oil on a rag. As you'll see, it's getting a little bit cleaner the more I wipe. Now, a little bit of excess on there isn't bad. A lot of people actually say that will add flavour to your next cook. Depends how you barbecue. So let that just dry for a little bit. And what we do here, roll that right up. Now that's it for a bit. Some more paper towel. Because the oils will actually heat up and it will raise all the crap off your grill. Right? What? And these aren't 100% clean, but they're a lot cleaner than what they were. Clean enough for the next cook that's going to go on the barbecue. And then on top of that, when it cools down, I will do pretty much the same thing again. But this This gets a lot of your residue crap off the barbecue. Now that outer grill, that needs more of a clean, but that'll be alright. Right, one more spray. Shut the gas off. Now you got no flames, and if you're going to let it settle, just give it a spray like that. You can leave it like that, or give it like a little bit of a wipe over. Your barbie's nice and clean for the next run. Peace.